Why mothering matters.
And we're back again at 6 Weeks to Wellness from inVibeHealth.com with our host, Jan Fitzpatrick. Jan, we were talking in this four-part series about the phases of a woman's life. What is today's episode about then?
Well, during our childbearing years, we generally felt good about taking care of our homes and children and friends and family and pets. And we enjoyed having them rely on us for direction, guidance, caring, and daily life tasks. Well, during the years that we are menstruating, the satisfaction and joy of nurturing is sort of built in. It's kind of a hormonal high.
Well, and we're going to cover three things as we always do, Jan. So we're going to talk about many ways to mother. We're going to talk about from sadness to joy. And then we're going to wrap up with never ashamed, always loved. So let's talk mothering. Many ways to mother. What are we talking about here?
Well, I don't know if you have these in your lives, but a lot of women who don't have children have become amazing aunties or big sisters, friends, or mentors to young women. And many women have lots of pets, or they mother their coworkers, or they join organizations that they support and sort of mother the missions of that particular organization.
Absolutely,
And if you've had children, you'll know your life has been altered forever. and that's whether they're planned or unplanned, or if your children had physical or emotional challenges, or even if they died at an early age, or you gave them up for adoption, or you just had to place them in another's care, maybe grandma's care.
So yeah, mothering is really this energy of caretaking, of investment in other people, in other organizations, in projects. I mean, all of that kind of falls in this category, right? Excellent. So that's the many ways to mother. So what are you talking about when you say from sadness to joy, though? What are we talking about here?
Well, that's my story. And in 1971. Roe v. Wade hadn't happened yet, and in order to get the pill, you had to have your parents sign off, even though you were over 18. And I was a freshman in college, and I got pregnant, and we decided to give her up for adoption. And I reconnected 36 years later in 2008. And so that was my story, from sadness to joy.
I did not know this story, Jan. This is that's pretty cool. So wow. So just recently, so just 2008, huh? So how did that reconnection happen?
Well, basically it took a week to find her. I called Catholic Charities, and they called and they said, would it be okay to do something? And we worked it out. And eventually, we did exchanged emails, and then I met her a few months later. She came to visit Philadelphia and met her half-brothers.
Excellent.
Which is really fun. It was very fun. Yeah.
Yeah. There's shades of that in part of my family as well. It's an amazing thing when you can kind of rediscover a branch of the family that has been absent for a while, but not necessarily absent in your mind or heart, right?
Exactly.
Okay, well then let's segue then to your third segment here, which is never ashamed, always loved. Where are we going here?
Well, that when I thought about May and Mother's Day, I asked my daughter to write something, and she did. And I guess you're just going to have to wait for my blog on Thursday.
Oh, she's giving us a cliffhanger. Oh.
Yes, to hear her perspective of it, because I wouldn't even dare to paraphrase anything she wrote. But what I just wanted to say, what was a disaster 44 years ago is now a joy and a gift any mother treasures.
Wow, that's fantastic.
Yeah. Huh. So I kind of go back to the quote from The Amazing Marigold Hotel. Most exotic Marigold, the first one.
Yeah.
It was actually a quote from John Lennon, that everything will be okay in the end, and if it's not okay, it's not the end. And this end has led to new beginnings.
That's an awesome quote. Actually, I've not seen the movie, and I'm not familiar with the quote. So that is a beautiful phrase there. You're right. So we're still breathing, so it's not the end. There's a chance to turn it around and make it go in a whole different direction. So
Yes.
excellent. This is great stuff, Jan. So I am looking forward to where we end up in the next part of our series here. But so we have been talking about, well, a four-part series here on phases of a woman's life, and in this segment we're talking about many ways to mother. We've been talking about Jan's journey from sadness to joy, and then never ashamed, always loved. And apparently you're going to have to read the blog now to get the full story here. Jan has left us with a cliffhanger. So that's a little cruel, but it's going to make us, stick around and keep reading and keep staying engaged here. So what you want to do in order to make sure that you can find that blog is you want to head over to invibehealth.com and make sure that you get connected with Jan. And you can get a copy of her book there, her Amazon book. You can buy it on Amazon if you want, but you can get it from Jan absolutely free just by clicking on the book image that's on the website there. Download it and stay connected with Jan and Jan's blog and these video segments, and learn lots more, and join us for more segments about phases of a woman's life. So until next time, Jan, it's been great chatting.
Thanks for joining us.